Hello, everyone, and welcome to our LifeVantage webinar. My name is Marisa Maggio-Harelson on February 22nd, 2019. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story with LifeVantage. Thank you for joining and taking time to learn about this. Really, first and foremost, I just say this is a gift to know about. From a health standpoint, there's nothing on the planet doing what these products, these breakthrough products are doing. And when you have a breakthrough technology, you're going to also have an opportunity. Our mission tonight is just to give you information so that you can make an educated decision for you as to what might be working for you or to those you know, love, and care about. So I was introduced to LifeVantage, oh my gosh, it'll be 7 years, March 28th. And I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a mom. And I will show you, actually, I have a picture of my family. So I'm going to just go ahead and share my screen so that I can go ahead and do that for you. So, all right. So here's my fam. This is my beautiful family, my husband, Scott, my daughter, Haley, and my son, Grayson. And that picture where you see the building, we were building homes in Rocky Point, Mexico. We've done that 2 Christmases in a row for a part of the LifeVantage Legacy program, which I can talk to you a little bit later. Really building homes from scratch for families who basically are living in cardboard boxes. LifeVantage is about helping people be better in the world, and in doing so, making the world a better place. The bottom right screen is a picture of me and my brand new Jeep, and got that right before Christmas. Thank you, LifeVantage, and it's not a lease program, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that a little bit later. I'm a mom, first and foremost. I'm going to go back there. I was introduced to this 7 years ago, and I overheard a conversation at a yoga studio where I teach. I am a yoga teacher. I'm a former television news reporter and anchor, so I always say I'm a reformed TV news person. And I did that business for almost 20 years, but when I had children, I knew that that was a business that was too hard as to really raise your kids and be in that line of work. So I worked here in Phoenix, Arizona as well, and in television news, but I gave that up and to raise my kids at home. But I also had a little marketing and PR company from home that I would do just little jobs here and there to just help support the family a little bit. But it was when I overheard a conversation in yoga that my ears perked up when I heard another teacher talking about wonderful things about her health and her skin, and she had me at skin. And I asked her what she was talking about, and she said, well, don't ask me, ask her. And she pointed to one of my yoga students, who's now a dear friend of mine, Carrie Williams, and said, ask her. And then when I saw how successful Carrie was and what time freedom and financial freedom she had, and had retired her husband at age 39 from his corporate attorney job, I was intrigued to know a little bit more about what this was. And I'm just so happy that I was open-minded enough, because I did not grow up in an entrepreneurial household. I grew up in Lexington, Kentucky, youngest of 5 kids. My father actually was the son of a coal miner, born in Appalachia. My dad was. He was dirt poor growing up, but he managed to get education, went to college on the GI Bill, where he met my mom in DC. So all of us kids were born in Washington, DC. And then I ended up growing up back in Kentucky, into Lexington. But my parents argued a lot over finances and not having enough month left at the end of the money. So some of that never left my mind. So when I saw this, I was very intrigued, because I knew after you watch this ABC Primetime Investigative Report, I think you're going to be blown away as to what you see. And when I saw that, I knew I would be taking these products, but I also saw a ground floor opportunity. So what we're talking about tonight is the science of nutrigenomics. And it's basically changing your gene expression through nutrition and naturally occurring compounds. And it was featured on the Today Show talking about this new modern science. And it's expected to be over a $17 trillion industry in the year 2023. You guys, that's not that far away from now. And so here we are, LifeVantage, a former biotech company, at the forefront of this incredible industry. And we are biohacking the hijackers of life. Well, what does that mean? Well, guess what? This is a hijacker of life. Right? I bet everybody has one of these, right? And so it's part, we are hijacked by environmental toxins, by physical and emotional. I mean, emotional stress plays havoc on the body. And over time, it wreaks its havoc on our body. So we are taking control of our own biology through naturally occurring compounds and herbs. So what we are targeting, our flagship product targets is oxidative stress. That is the rusting of the cells caused by aging. So you cut the apple in half, it turns brown. That's oxidative stress. And it's linked to more than 200 age-related diseases, as you can see on the screen. So I don't have to be a doctor to tell you this. I don't have a science background, but I do know you can look up oxidative stress, and there's about 200,000 studies on it. And I'm going to take you now back in time to an ABC primetime investigative report that captured the attention of researchers and investors all over the world. And pay attention, because there'll be a little bit of a test, and watch what happens to 11-time Emmy Award-winning reporter John Quinones. Watch what happens to his blood levels as he gets his blood taken. This is pretty
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. A kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is a pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Can we scoop? Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. So, doctor, how often do I take these? And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. Doesn't taste bad. It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes. People see age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease.
yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result, my level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%. That's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. And I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety.
It's the little yellow pill that scientists say could eliminate chronic diseases and help you live well into your hundreds. Quinones has been taking Protandim for 2 weeks now and tells Extra,
I am sleeping better. I feel a lot better and also energized when I do wake up.
You know, as a patient advocate, I stumbled upon Protandim almost 20 years ago. Someone introduced me to Protandim. I just looked at the research and figured out, hey, wait a minute. I have to take 360 oranges in one day to get the same effect of one pill? Salt, antioxidants. Okay, these are still good, right?
Oh, not only are they good, but we breathed a whole new life into this topic. We now know that you can actually boost your own body's defenses without even just taking vitamin C by eating lots of colorful fruits and vegetables. But there's also a new supplement on the market called Protandim that is made from an extract of herbs that actually upregulates and boosts your natural manufacturing of antioxidant enzymes. So this is going to reduce those harmful free radicals, reduce some of that cell damage associated with disease. And this is a double thumbs up.
How do you find the energy to keep doing it night after night? We get a lot of comments. So people have been emailing me and saying they love how you look, like you're ageless. It's incredible.
I have a secret.
What is your secret?
I have a secret formula, and it's a company called LifeVantage. They came up with a product called Protandim. Now, what causes the aging process is free radicals in our body, oxidative stress. This Protandim stuff, I've been taking it for 2 years.
We have it on the table right there.
Clinically proven to slow the aging process down. It reduces the oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. So I tested it, and it works. And the nice thing, it's not pharmaceutical. It's real food.
I'm going to have to give it a try.
This Protandim stuff, I love that Donny Osmond says this Protandim stuff. Protandim is a NRF2 activator, so we're going to tell you what that is in this moment. So these products have been sold since 2000, basically in 3, but that ABC investigative report aired in 2005, $5 million of orders in just 2 weeks. Company stock publicly traded on the NASDAQ goes from $1 to $20 a share, quickly goes down. You know why? These were researchers out of the University of Colorado in Denver. They were a small biotech company and they were not prepared to handle the volume that was getting ready to happen. So they scrambled to get it online and in store shelves. This product was retail for 3 years. Company was going broke. Stock went down to pennies, almost delisted. So this company's had a little bit of whitewater. It's had its highs and lows, but we're in a great position today. We have a corporate staff, a corporate leadership that has actually over combined 300 years, not 100, but over 300 years of combined experience in this beautiful industry of network marketing that I knew nothing about. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But our flagship product, Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, basically is an activator. It's activating a protein messenger in our DNA. I like to think of it as the Dyson vacuum cleaner of the cells, cleaning up the garbage, okay? Reducing that oxidative stress, cellular damage caused by aging, free radical damage, whatever you want to call it, 40% in 30 days. repairing cellular health, and also it is the only substance, and I'm not calling this a supplement because it's not a supplement, it's not a vitamin, it's an activator. It's activating your body, and it's the only substance in the world, natural, clinically proven to increase lifespan. And that was a study done by the National Institutes on Aging. You heard in that ABC report that, yes, is many years old, but it's really how the history of this company got started, and that's why it's so important that people know about that ABC investigative report. Protandim is a combination of 5 plants. You can see them there: turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. You can take all 5 of those today. They are not going to do what one protandim does. It's actually the synergy, which is less than a medicinal dose, that makes each one of those products 18 times, or plants 18 times more powerful, 1,800% more powerful than if you were to take them individually. So we do have a lot of medical professionals involved in LifeVantage, over 1,000, many doctors, and what they care about are studies. They're not going to look at anything if there are not clinical peer-reviewed studies, and that's a big difference in companies. There's 3 company studies on Protandim, but the other 23 clinical peer-reviewed studies are done by top universities and researchers. Have you heard of Harvard, Ohio State, Louisiana State University, Washington State University, one of the most prestigious medical centers, medical universities, research centers in the world? Ohio State, University of Colorado. I could go on and on, but you can go to PubMed because your taxpayer dollars pay for that. PubMed.gov. It's part of the National Institutes of Health. It's their medical library, and that's where you can get information on studies. And this is where doctors go to get information, and researchers go to get information on issues. So what is Protandim? We mentioned it was a NRF2 activator. Well, we do take antioxidants, right? We hear about taking your antioxidants, your blueberries, your acai berries, and that's very important. But it's, as far as the war against free radicals, our bodies produce over 300 sextillion free radicals a day. That's like 23 zeros after the 3. I don't even know how to write that number with the commas, to be honest with you. Anyway, 1-to-1 ratio. When we take the blueberries and the acai berries, one antioxidant molecule eliminates 1 free radical, and it's like a Dixie cup on a house fire. 1 protandim activates your own body's production of anti-aging enzymes to eliminate 1 million free radicals per second, every second, scientifically proven. And that is on PubMed. So it's like turning on the fire hoses in every room of the house, increasing like glutathione. Many of you, I didn't know what glutathione was, but I understand it's like the motherboard master regulator of the cells, increasing by 300% after 120 days. So that's the synergy I was talking to you about just a moment ago, how 18 times more powerful than if you were to take those plants individually because of the synergy. And there's multiple patents on Protandim because of the synergy, because it does decrease inflammation, and the FDA does allow us to say that, and the FDA does allow us to say that Protandim reduces oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. So we talked about Protandim NRF2, the little yellow pill in this pretty little blue bottle. It used to be an ugly white bottle on the store shelves, but we also decided to go, well, the company is very science-based, so what is deeper than oxidative stress is our mitochondria health. So they came out, so they addressed the mitochondria dysfunction. And if you remember in biology class, your mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It's the engine of the cell. ATP fuels the heart. Well, we actually pass away because of mitochondrial dysfunction. And you can see on that screen that it's directly related to diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, epilepsies, ALS, cancers, fibromyalgia, autism. So neurological issues, definitely, and also vascular issues and cancers. So what if you could get deeper into the body, into activating your body so that you produced more mitochondria? Because our mighty mitochondria, we have thousands of them, they actually die as we age. And over time, when there's no mitochondria, then there's no cellular health. So the Protandim NRF1, the NRF1 is a pathway all about mitochondria health that improves your cellular function. Better sleep. It's wonderful. I sleep like a baby. It's also a combination, proprietary blend of incredible ingredients, as you can see there on the screen. Then we have Physique. We have 4 key component products that we call the Vitality Stack. The third of that is the Physique Probiotic. Now, I could talk about your gut health all day long. It's so fascinating to me that what I have learned being in LifeVantage is that our gut and our brain are actually one organ. So the gut and brain connection is everything. And when we're conceived, they are the first things connected. And then as we, develop inside the mom, the brain's here and the gut's here, but there's not a disconnect. So when people say, I've got a gut feeling about this, there's actually really something to that. So we talk about gut health through probiotics, but there's a lot of probiotics out there that really you're just having expensive urine, to be honest with you. Most of them only digest 4% through the entire intestinal tract because the acid in our throat and our stomach is so intense that it eats up the live bacteria. Well, our probiotic is very different because it has a biotrack technology, and it bypasses the acid in the throat and the stomach. So actually 60% absorbs through the entire intestinal tract. And I'm telling you, 1 week on this, and I noticed a difference. And I've been taking probiotics for years, and I just took them because I was told to. I never felt anything. Oh, wow, I feel a lot with this one. And when your gut feels good, guess what? You feel good overall because 70% of your body's immune system function is actually related to your gut health. And it also has a patented ingredient in it called Wellmune. So Wellmune, you can find studies on Wellmune have incredible health benefits, boosting the immune system. And there's also studies on Wellmune and anti-cancer properties as well. So then the final product of that vitality stack, it's like fixing 4 flat tires, is our Omega Plus. And I didn't realize how important when you hear people say, I take fish oil. Well, most of the fish oil out there in the common market is really not very good for you. Most of it has omega-6s in it, filler oils, and if they do, just throw it away. You need omega-3s and 7s. This helps support brain function, heart function, skin function, and a healthy immune system. It can be omega-7s, help with energy and also weight management. This also has vitamin D3 in it. And what I love about our omega is that you can trace the boat to the bottle, which is amazing. And the fish are found in the coldest, cleanest waters in the Nordic. So I just love it. And it's from cod and pollock. And this is keeping the cells, you guys, juicy, because the cells, as we get older, oxidative stress, they get drier and drier. That's not good. So this is keeping them moist and viable. So how great is the Vitality Stack? You can buy them in bottles, right, by the way, or you can buy them in these little to-go packs, which I actually absolutely love. And this won an International Business Award out of 3,900 entries about 6 months ago. And our CEO was presented this Stevie Award bronze medal. This is the Oscars of the business awards. That's how huge this is. And this product, they've only marketed for over a year as the 4-pack, meaning it's addressing the issues of, inflammation and gut health and brain health and cellular health. So what else is good with brain health is Axio, our brain food. And I love Axio because Axio is smart energy that boosts your mental intelligence, I should say, or just clarity. Okay, so mental fatigue and brain fog, it addresses when people say they're tired. They're not always physically tired. They're actually probably just kind of brain tired, and that, think of those afternoon meetings. Oh my gosh, I could never do that again. Anyway, these are Axio, decaf and decaffeinated versions. The caffeinated version is just with green tea, no sugars, no carbonation, no artificial colors. It has beautiful phytonutrients for the brain, and we are seeing huge results without making any medical claims on our products, but huge results with people with like ADD, ADHD, children, autism. It's just fabulous. And also banned substance control group stamp of approval, which all of our products are, by the way, which makes this very safe for professional athletes and Olympians, which we have a lot of those people on our products. And here's a before and after of a child with on the autism spectrum. Actually, this is a doctor in our group's nephew, and 2 weeks on Protandim, and Axio. And you can see the difference before and after in the writing, because it's just boosting clarity. I hear these stories over and over every single day. And Axio is a huge part of our family. And I know me, I'm an undiagnosed ADHD person, but it helps me stay connected and stay focused. So then our company decided to look, we are not a weight loss company by any stretch of the imagination, but we are a holistic lifestyle weight management, because look, our health is everything. Without our health, nothing else matters. And our physique line has all been redone. We have a whey protein that has 18 grams of protein in it, and the cleanest cows in Vermont this comes from. People who are lactose intolerant can actually take this because it's so clean. And then we have a fat burner that's made with Sinatrol, and that is just, you take it 1 time a day, 2 in the morning, and it works all day long, attacking the visceral fat cells that are deep inside of our gut. Even thin people have that, and those visceral fat cells can actually cause some serious health issues. The prebiotic, which I just fixed a glass for my friend that's here with me, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's so yummy. It's a blood orange tasting, and this prebiotic feeds the probiotic, and it's a blood orange taste. It's so yummy, and it's full of fibers, really healthy fibers that actually, it's like the seeds in the garden to feed your garden, meaning your gut, and it's feeding the probiotics. And we can talk to you a little bit more about that if you need more information. I'm just giving you a quick overview. Well, guess what? People, so there were 3 skin cancer studies on the little yellow pill from Louisiana State University. You can see that on PubMed, how they were researchers able to stop tumor growth in mice by 33%. We're talking skin cancer, and the spreading by over 57%. So our company was encouraged to can you create a NRF2 activator for the skin? And yes, we have an anti-aging cream that is the 4 of the first. There's 4 products, and the first is a cleanser. Then there's a perfecting lotion that's like a velvet water. There's an eye serum, and then the anti-aging cream. And that anti-aging cream, if you've got a burn, cut, wound, brown spot, put it on it. It's like the Windex in our house. You know, if you saw my big fat Greek wedding, where they put Windex on everything when there's an issue, that's what we do in this household. Oh, just put some True Science on it. But you guys, I'm 80 years old, and I look really good. I'm just kidding. So anyway, you can see the before and afters. I could show you for days what before and afters of people and their skin. And by the way, this is the only skincare line in the world that is NRF2 activated and actually boosts your UVA, UVB protection, and there's no sunscreen in it. Then this fall, we came out with True Science Hair Care, the first NRF2 activated skincare or hair care system. And I'm telling you, this is unbelievable. And if you don't know the app Think Dirty, then please download the app Think Dirty. It rates products. You can type in the product, and most all products will come up, but not all of them, but it'll rate them on a scale of 1 to 12, 0 to 12, which the lowest numbers are the cleanest. So the shampoo gets a 1, the conditioner gets a 2, and the scalp serum also gets a 1, which is absolutely phenomenal. This is so clean for the environment. It's got a peppermint and thyme. Here's some before and afters that will blow your mind. And if you have normal hair growth, we can say that this will stimulate normal hair growth. We have had people with several issues with hair that this has been life-changing for them. And I just love this product. And I actually have my own hair issues with a receding hairline that I can tell you has definitely helped me here. I can see the baby hair growth, and it's been pretty phenomenal. So Then, yes, people were giving the little yellow pill to dogs, horses, cats, sheep, goats, you name it, that our company came out with Pet Tandem. And this is extraordinary because dogs do not know placebo effect. They have 7 times the amount of oxidative stress than humans, because think about it, they're low to the ground. They get all the environmental toxins right there. You know, you hear they're 7 years old basically when they're born. So dogs don't lie, people do. Double-blind study of 80 dogs, the clinicians could tell which dogs had the placebo and which ones had the test product before they got the blood work back, because there was such a huge difference. They could see with the joint health and playfulness, and just, this is incredible. If I were to shake this bottle right now, I would have my little Yorkie. I have 2 Yorkies. I've already given them theirs today, so I'm not going to shake it and tease them. But if I shook this, they will come running. This tastes like bacon, chicken, and liver. So it's a chewable for the dogs. So anyway, I love Pet Tandem for dogs. Pretty incredible. That's our product line. That's biohacking the body, biohacking in so many different ways. You can choose your own level of biohacking. The Vitality Stack for a 30-day supply is really $5 a day. And think about what people spend $5 a day on, right? So you can pay a little bit now, or you can pay a lot later. This is hopefully working out the issues in our tissues. To wrap up, our flagship product, Nerf 2, may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Now, that's not necessarily about Protandim. It's about Nerf 2 activation in general, because researchers are spending billions of dollars on developing drugs that will activate Nerf 2. However, it's very difficult for them to figure out how to do that. We have the world's first Nerf 2 activator, the most potent, and backed by clinical peer-reviewed research. Pretty extraordinary. So looking at market research, where are people spending money in the anti-aging and wellness industry? You can see it right there on the screen. Anti-aging, $300 billion a year industry, skincare over $120 billion, pet care $67 billion, smart energy, not the monsters and Red Bulls, 50 billion, well, actually, yeah, 50 billion, smart energy, and then weight loss over 37 billion. So and now hair care is over an $85 billion a year industry. We are tapping into all those markets. So people are spending money on these items anyway, so it might as well be one-stop shopping. And in LifeVantage, 80% of our business is customer based. That says a lot for what this company has their hands on. 80% of LifeVantage is over customer base. But you can see, when I joined LifeVantage, we were in 4 countries. Now we're just exploding, and you can see we have a customer program in these European markets down here, and we are just opening up in Spain. There's a big presentation in Barcelona next month. So how are people, think about this, you guys, think about our economy. It's a very different economy from when my dad, my dad basically was working. And look how young people are making money today. People have side gigs. So this is really important to understand. And I'm really glad that I was open-minded enough to see this. But think about it. Uber, Airbnb, Facebook, and Amazon have something in common. Number one, they all have networks. They're networks. They all have an app. Technology is ruling the world. And if we don't find a way to earn income with technology, we're going to be left behind. Uber, the largest taxi service in the world that doesn't even own a car. Airbnb, people renting out their homes through an app. Facebook, social sharing and selling. Amazon, well, they're putting away the bricks and mortars by the wayside through a click of a button, and you can have it in 2 hours or the next day. Well, guess what? With LifeVantage, we actually have an app that has artificial intelligence that can actually send videos to people that are interested in A, the science, or B, the opportunity, or there's huge training videos that I can listen to help my new team get started. And so it's pretty phenomenal. And I can track my back office as to what's going on anywhere in the world, wherever I want to be. And the company also gives you a website, a replicated website that you can send a shopping cart, or they can just look at your website and read about the science or the products or the company. So in this business of network marketing, which I knew nothing about, yet we all do it, because if you're wanting to create business in your life, you're having to make connections and you're having to network. That's what this is. If you like a movie, you tell people, they go to it, or a book, or a restaurant, but you don't get paid for it. This, if you can fall in love with the products and a few basic business principles, you can either A, make a little bit of income, or you can make part-time, full-time, or life-changing income. But it's a $200 billion a year industry, and it surpasses the NFL and entertainment industries. So timing is everything in business. So there's good companies out there, and every, in corporate America, in the corporate world in general. And then there's also bad companies. Well, that can happen in this industry too. And I think sometimes this industry gets a really bad name, but I got to tell you, this is my first rodeo with it. And I just wish I'd have known about it in my 20s, because if you're a good student and you're not just sitting on the couch and hoping that things will build for you, this is a truly beautiful business model with little overhead. And I don't have to pay for a bricks and mortar, and I don't have to pay compensation plan up to any. I don't have to pay like workman's comp or anything like that, or insurance. This is my business. I'm the CEO of my life, and I love that. And I didn't know anything about entrepreneurship when I started LifeVantage, but timing is essential. So you can see where the little purple star is right there at the bottom. Well, in the innovator stage and the early adopter stage, that's usually the first 5 years that a company is getting going, trying to get their branding together, trying to get their feet off the ground. And a lot of companies will fail in that first 5 years. We're way past that. We're 10 years. We're now in that getting ready to hit that momentum. And that's where 80% of a company growth happens. And it happens one time. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Happens one time in a company growth. And I don't know about you all, but I have never been a part of anything on the ground floor except for working for people on the ground floor and building other people's dreams, because I didn't know any other way. That's how typically we're all taught anyway. When you get to the top of that wave, you can see where it says stabilization. That's about 3 to 5% growth. So that's your Apples and your Microsofts and your, let's say your Mary Kays and your other big network marketing companies that are multi-billion-dollar a year company. LifeVantage is over a $250 million a year company. We're still a baby company, but we are on track to be a $1 billion a year company. We had our largest quarter last quarter, over 57 million, which is the largest quarter this company has ever experienced. So things are happening. We're in a great place. We have incredible products, and we have a system for success. So there are ways people can get involved if they see themselves as doing the business. And, we can come in on the gold or the platinum pack, $650 or $1,250. And I basically talk to people about, if they're serious about the business, you want to come in on the platinum pack to have that platinum pack experience. And you can get back to the person that shared this with you and talk to them a little bit about what that is, because you're getting all of the products. You're getting a red carpet experience, basically. You're getting a free event pass to our next corporate convention. And these conventions are what builds you and builds you into becoming a leader to help other people. That's what this business is about. And I think the best part of it is the mentorship and the support that we get. But the company takes care of everything, the shipping, your website. This is a one-time purchase, and it's mostly all product. So even if, I call it the Costco version of shopping. So basically, we can answer more of your questions. I won't spend too much time on our comp plan. You can get back to the person that shared that with you, but just know that we pay weekly and we pay monthly. The weekly is when you get a new customer or new distributor that joins you. You're going to get up to 40% commission on that new customer, first time order, and always on the distributor. And then as you build a team of consumers and distributors, then you get paid monthly royalty commissions. And so this is an asset-based business. Many people don't understand that. It's like the stock market. It takes time to build, 3 to 5 years. I'd never done network marketing, so I had to go to school, had to put my blinders on and just learn how to do this. And I love what I'm doing. I don't even feel like it's a job. I just feel like it's part of who I am and what I do. And then guess what? You hit an elite level. We have levels 1 through 10, basically. Then there's some executive levels above that, 11 in presidential. They give you the keys and title to a Jeep or other products. or other gifts, I should say, or $25,000 in cash. It's called the My Life Venture program. And when you maintain Pro 7 for a year, that's over $100,000 of volume coming through your business center every month. That's over $1 million business a year from your home. They give you the keys and title. It's not a lease program. It's mine. I could quit the company today. It's still mine. I have a beautiful white Jeep out here in my driveway. And then you get to take part in global revenue sharing. And that global revenue sharing, they take 4% of the monthly commissionable sales, put it in a pool, and they split it among the elites. And Pro 7s get 1 of the shares, 8s get 2 of the 4 shares, Pro 9s get 3 of the 4 shares, and Pro 10s get all 4 shares. And it's truly, truly incredible. So we are publicly traded. This is on our website, LifeVantage.com. You scroll down to the bottom under resources, and you can get an idea as to what this company is paying out. And the monthly average column, I like to look at that third column. When I started LifeVantage, I looked at the $2,000 to $5,000 a month residual income column. And I thought, well, that would be good. I'd like to be able to, make something like that to help our family. And, my husband was like, well, if you can just pay for the note on the house, that's great. He had no expectations of me doing this actually. And I looked at the Elite Pro 7 rank and I went, I'm not worthy of that because I've never made that kind of money. Even as a TV news reporter in Phoenix, Arizona, I did not make 6 figures. Well, I've hit Elite Pro 8 as of October 31st of 2018. And I learned about that as I was flying over to India to further my teachings in yoga to spend 2 weeks in the Himalayas. Thank you, LifeVantage. I wouldn't have done that had it not been for this opportunity. So I land in Delhi on November 1st, and my phone is blowing up from all of my team saying congratulations. And it's not about me. This is about helping other people be successful. You help enough people be successful and you'll naturally get what you want. And I love LifeVantage. It is helping people shift their mindset that they can live their dreams as opposed to dreaming their dreams. I'd like to leave you with this idea that, I told you I grew up in Kentucky, the youngest of 5 kids, and my parents argued a lot over financial stress. But typically, this is how we all grow up. We go to college, and then we get student loan debt, which I did, and then we pay it off, and we get a job, and, we get a house and a car, and we have debt, and we pay, and we're on the hamster wheel of life. And we do that for 40 to 50 years, and then we retire for 40 to 50% of that. Working during that 40 to 50 year period, who knows, 40 hours a week is like a part-time job anymore, right? Think about how many hours people put into earning a living and having a side gig. Well, in this beautiful profession of network marketing, the business of the 21st century, by top universities and researchers and economists saying that, you can put your blinders on. If you see something, this has to be about you and whether you see a difference. 3 to 5 years, you earn as you learn. And you become a better person. The personal growth aspect, that's what this business opportunity is about. The products are almost secondary as to the person that you will become. And then you get to live the rest of your life like you want and like most people can't. So I just say, this opportunity for me has been life-changing. My children are seeing things that you can live your dreams instead of dreaming your dreams. I'm learning how to live my dreams. It took me a long time to get there. But if I can share that with people that are younger and show them another way or an additional way to create residual income, to expand that financial portfolio as opposed to just having one source of income, this is life-changing, you all. And I'll leave you with this. We can have all the money in the world, and it's about your health, number one. Our health is the most important thing in the world, and we give back. So LifeVantage gives back. We give back. We went to Rocky Point, as I mentioned, Mexico, to build homes for families in December, and we did that the year before. That's the Families Helping Families program. I knew nothing about building homes, and neither did my kids or my husband. But we learned, And to be able to give the keys to a family that had been living in a cardboard box is life-changing, not just for them, but for us to be able to see and to feed over 250 families and have over 300 people in LifeVantage descend from all over the world in this little fishing market town to help people. That's just one of the many, many things that we do. So I just want to thank you so much for joining this call tonight and taking time to learn a little bit about this. I hope this inspired you, and just want to thank you. So get back to the person that invited you and let them know if, yes, you would like to learn more about just the products. That's awesome. Or, yeah, you might be thinking a little bit more about the opportunity. That's okay, too. We can give you all of that information. So thank you, everybody. Have